So in this video, in the former video, what we did is we did a set plant key, we did a set slide key, and did a set free key. And I'm going to demonstrate in the next idle that we're going to do. We're going to do a deployment idle next, and we're going to show how we can integrate the set slide and the set plant and all of that in the coming videos. Not exclusively in this one, but in up and coming. So we're going to open our previous idle up. We don't need this anymore. And we're going to rename this. So currently it's called idle 00, and this one is going to be called idle 01. Okay. And what is the difference between a garrison idle and a deployment idle? Well, currently this idle right now is in garrison. He is not armed, he is not in combat, and we're going to move into a combat mode. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put him in fight mode. You know, we have fight or flight mode, or make friends. Right now we're going to put him in fight mode. So we're going to drop his stance down, drop his foot a little bit more forward. All right. We're going to twist his spine a little bit towards his front foot. Come on, baby. What is going on here? Spine. No activation for the spine for me. That was weird. Tools, manage selection states. Oh, it was an edit. That's right. Edit name selection sets. Let's delete the spine. It's empty for whatever reason. Get rid of that. Spine. Alright, so let's move, rotate the spine. Okay. We're also going to drop his stance. We're going to drop his head. We're going to position it up a little bit. We want him focused on his target. We're going to raise up his hand and put it up in his guard. Alright. I'll make him a little boxer. And I'm also going to double click his palm. We're going to rotate. And, well, let's just do his fingers first. Okay. So one of the secrets to fighting is you keep your hand relaxed as much as possible up until the point of actual contact. Then once you do that, then you clinch right before you punch, right before you land the punch. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give that illusion right now of a relaxed fist. I'm also going to raise the palm up a little higher for guarding the head. All right, and seeing as we've really established the framing of the head here, we're going to go ahead and double click all this, clavicle. I'm just going to select the whole arm, and I'm going to go ahead and copy, paste opposite. And there we go. So we'll get his hand out of his head, but I do want to save this. So I'm going to do idle gloves. I'll know what that means. All right. And just move his hand. We're going to look in the front viewport. Move his hand over here. All right. Elbows down. This, to be honest, if you guys want to learn how to make an amateur fighter, throw their elbows out. All right, that's a little peekaboo style or whatever. That's very amateur. Pros keep their elbows down. Keep their elbows as tight into their core as possible. So and what it does is it straightens up the elbow guard. Okay. And we're gonna get this guy on his toes. We're going to pull the stance out a little bit more. We're going to drop his waist, I think, maybe something like this. I think this is a good start. Okay, so this is going to be our deployment idle. Of course, his stance is going to change dramatically if he's got a weapon in his hand, all right? But this is a boxer, so we'll just start here. We'll take this character. We're going to delete all the keyframes out that we've done in the previous idle. Now, in a different video, I'll show you guys how to do layered idles or layered animations. That's not for this today. I know I can be like, oh, all you got to do is make a layer. I know about that, guys. 18-year vet. Got it. Thank you. Okay, so 0 and 90, same frame. We're also going to do 45, same frame. Come over here. We're going to drop his. Oh, you know what we're going to do too? I think that will help him streamline him a bit more. Is rotate his pelvis forward. We'll just copy that around. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and at the knees, just bend them right here. I'm going to hit play. Let's see how much of a drastic movement there is. Now, this, I have to say, we're going to exaggerate a lot more because you got adrenaline you have to deal with. Adrenaline's a big deal. What am I in? One mode? I am. I'm good. Good. Okay, and also we can speed this up a little later. Let's just go ahead and do 2x. So this is what 60 frames per second is probably going to look like. All right. And so that means we're going to move him forward a little bit. We're going to move him backwards a little bit. Let's just see that real quick. So if I look at his trajectory, it's probably going to be a little squarish. Okay, yeah, see how it's coming to that point? It's happening here, so I want to kind of level it out a little bit. I'm going to arc it a little bit. Maybe something like that. That'll probably help. All right. So we don't want it to just go up and down. We need it to go side side. Actually, this is a great time to show you guys layers. This is a perfect time for that. So seeing as I got all these tight keyframes in here, it's gonna get a little messy. So if I open my layers palette up and I hit this new layer button, I can set my first keyframe. Good grief. Of course, my first and my last have to be the same. I'm going to go to frame 45. And what we'll do is we'll copy this over to 45 as well. We'll move him over here. Whoa. Okay, I'll have to readjust the feet, which is fine. Wait a minute, let me check something. Yeah, you can't add slide keys and plant keys inside layer mode, which is fine. Like I said, I can adjust that after. This ain't gonna be that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and move it over this way. All right, and then get out of layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and collapse this down. So open my layers back up, hit this collapse button, and we're gonna check the feet. All right, so I got 2 keyframes on the feet. No problem. So what we're gonna do is they moved. They were over here. So let's put them back. That's where they were. All right. And then the feet need to be there again. So we're going to go ahead and hit plant key for both and then slide key for both. So now if I move this. Okay. Apparently I didn't copy the first and the last. Let's try that again. There. Alright, let's see. We're going to copy the whole character, first and last. I probably went over 90. I probably did like 91 and wasn't paying attention. Let's get off this. This character's slamming into the wall too hard. Let's check the trajectory. Alright, you're going on mute. I apologize, guys. Ah, see, there's the issue. Okay. Need to widen this up. There we go. See how we get this nice orbital. Okay, it's going to abruptly end there, which is normal. Extend this out a little bit. We can also try to ease this into here. Plus, you know, when I move into the graph editor, it'll change all that. But we're just gonna check it from here and just see what's gonna happen. So if I look at him from the side, it's looking pretty good. If I look at him from the back, he actually needs to move over here. So you just gotta operate on as many different axes as you can. You gotta utilize all three. You can't just look at one. All right. There we go. Let's try that now. Now he's really favoring his right foot, I think. So there's ways to offset that. I mean, we can fix that in layers. We can just adjust it slightly, but I'm going to leave it alone for right now, and I'm going to put some spine into this character. Okay, so he's breathing at 45, which means he needs to exhale right here at the midpoint. So let's make him exhale. Let's give him 2.5. Make him inhale around here in the midpoint between 0 and 45. So we're going to rotate him up. Okay, let's check that out. Wow, this is not helping, guys. Sorry. See that? Feels kind of stiff to me, but he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. So let's make him exhale his breath at frame 90. Okay, he's going to exhale at frame 90 and inhale at frame 45. So I'm just going to tip his head down, and that should be enough. So I actually going 8 degrees is pretty heavy. So now if I hit play, okay. Now I also need to get the shoulders in there, okay? Get some shoulder animation happening. All right. It's a lot of little tiny tweaks. Just a tweak, just a tweak, just a tweak. Okay, so he's inhaling at 25. Let's try to make him inhale at 10 on the shoulders. So 11 degrees there. Let's go over here and exhale a little slower. 6 degrees there. Let's give that a shot. It's a little too sharp. Let's try 15. Okay, but we also need to bring the shoulders out, like push towards. Okay, so let's do that at 45. Let's do 5 degrees there. We'll pull in back over here. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. I feel like he's in it. He's focused. He's still favoring his right foot. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just his character. I know. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? If he's going to favor his right foot and we want him more unbalanced, let's just open his stance up. Okay, and I can do a move all mode just like this. Watch this, guys. I can come over here to move all mode and just move him to the right. Let's just recenter him up. How's that? And now I can collapse that move all mode down. And now he's... What? Still got to set his key. Let's try that. Now he's favoring his other foot, and I'm getting some sloppiness over here. So let me just adjust it, smooth it over just a little bit. It doesn't take much. We'll go to that trajectory. We'll just move it. Why is this foot not wanting to stay still? Stay still. We're gonna put your continuity on this time. We'll get into a continuity video a little later too. But I'm going to open it up. You guys can see what I'm doing in the video. Get over here. That's better. Actually, I kind of like it. Push this back just a little bit. Let's try that. How do we try it? We'll open his right leg up a little bit too. How's that? Set the slide key. We'll put the continuity on this time around. Set slide. Set slide. Let's go back view. Now technically I can rotate all too. Let's just see what happens if I rotate him a little bit forward. And then hit collapse. Takes the edge off a little bit. To be honest, guys, this is good enough. This is good enough to ship. Like, you could put this in a video game. It's not a big deal. Like, I've seen animation much worse than this, and we're kicking them out. Just get them done. All right. Worry about super quality later. So just focus on shipping your product. It's more important to ship it than and fix it later than to harp over whether or not you've reached perfection. I'm sorry, but there is a standard in AAA gaming, but for indie studios, that is not a realistic action. You can't shoot for AAA if you're an indie studio. It just takes up too much time, effort, and money. Unless you have money. You have a triangle that you have to deal with every single day when you wake up and go to business. You have budget, you have time, and you have quality. You can only choose two of this triangle. You can't have all three. So if I choose the budget, if I choose to save money, quality is gone. And we have to get it done on time. That's the only two that we're allowed to choose. Time is almost 100% the factor in almost every single video game decision, except for like Blizzard. They can leave time out of the equation because they're more focused on quality and budget because they have the money and they know what people expect out of their quality. All right, so know that most indie game studios have to operate on that triangle. And no, I'm not Illuminati retards. Like, don't go there. I don't have Photoshop open. We're just using a metaphor and demonstration. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we have our regular idle. Now we have we have our garrison idle. Now we have our deployment idle. So let's go ahead and save this video up. We're gonna save this idle 01. We're gonna move into attack. File save as. And we're gonna move into attack 01. So we're just gonna call it ATK, and this is gonna be 00, and then hit save. Okay. And then so stop the video, we'll restart in a second.